All right, hey guys, welcome back to the Ethan Lemler Podcast Show. I'm your host, Ethan. Today we'll be going through my power rankings and seeing what all the guys think about it. All right, today with us we have Ryan, Rishi, George, Mark, and for the first time newcomer Noah. He's one of our editors here, and we're happy to have him on the show for the first time. Number 10, we have the Minnesota Vikings. 2019 record, 10-6. So the Vikings did lose Diggs, but I think Cousins is a very good quarterback. People have been debating this for a long time, but in my opinion, Cousins is a good quarterback. Along with he still has Thielen, and they still got a wide receiver high in the draft, along with Devontae Cooks, not Cooks, Devontae.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, sorry. My apologies again. Okay defense, not a great defense, but still they have a good enough offense to make it to the playoffs.
With the other team in this division, I'm not going to say which team it is, but the other team in this division, the Vikings are too low. You have another team which had a horrible
They paid
draft.
hot trash $84 million.
Hot trash. All right, George.
Kirk Cousins
will collapse under pressure. One and done in the playoffs. You heard it from
but
me
they're still
first.
making the playoffs, and that's what a number 10 team is doing.
Last year, the Vikings beat the Saints in New Orleans, so you can't say they're one and done.
Well, guess what? Who beat the Vikings twice in their own division?
All right, George, get off your high horse.
You guys,
you're forgetting
both teams lost to the Niners anyway, so you can't.
That's true.
They both lost to the Niners, and who got beaten worse? The Packers.
The Packers. Number 9.
You can't deny they're throwing out $84 million.
No, I don't think they are.
Not going to be great.
Okay, he maybe is a little overpaid, but he's not a horrible quarterback by any means.
The D-line is going to be $84 million quarterback. They released Everton.
He is an $84 million quarterback.
What is Kirk
Number
Cousins
9,
in his career?
Green Bay Packers. 2019 record, 13-3.
Oh my, this is way too high.
This isn't low.
No, this is behind the Cowboys? Come on, man.
Yes.
They did a good job. They didn't get any worse last season.
George, what grade did you give them in the draft?
They did for Bilaga, and they got 2/3 of what Bilaga
George,
brought.
they didn't get worse, but they didn't get better when every single other team in their division did. They got love, and they got 0 playmakers, 0 wide receivers for Rodgers. They have a good offense. They have a good defense, but they don't really have anything that makes you say, wow. Okay? They don't have that.
Aaron Rodgers.
But Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's like Russell Wilson, who's going to carry his team every year.
No, you can't compare Aaron Rodgers to
with a semi-decent supporting cast.
Russell Wilson
going to do great things.
Russell Wilson is better than Aaron Rodgers. You heard it here.
Okay, what are you talking about? What are you talking about right now?
Right now.
They're moving away from Aaron Rodgers having to carry them every single year. They're going to move to a more run-centered offense. So everything is not up to Aaron Rodgers anymore.
But should they?
Did you see how many points he scored in the first halves last year? That's running Matt LaFleur's offense. When they switched back, they ran a hybrid sort of offense last year. It didn't really work because they scored points in the first quarter, and then that's it.
When it comes to halftime, you have these good defenses that stop the run, and you only have Devonta Adams on one side, and he's getting double teamed. Who else do you throw to?
Funchess.
All right, let's move on. Number 8,
Funchess was the number 1 receiver on the Panthers.
2019 record, 7-9. Okay. I really like the Broncos. I really like the Broncos.
The Broncos are not making the playoffs this year.
The Broncos are going to make the playoffs. They have Jerry Jeudy.
On their defense that will do anything.
Yeah, they lost.
On defense, they have Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. This is a good
Von Miller's old and washed up.
No.
Dude, you cannot call Von Miller old and washed up. He's a beast, all right?
Okay, maybe their D-line's good. Who's in their back? They lost Chris Harris. That's going to be a bigger impact. than many will think.
Yeah, and I don't know much about Drew Lock. I think he started 3 or 2 games, and everyone's like, Drew Lock is an amazing quarterback. I don't even know anything about Drew Lock. I don't watch many Broncos games, but I don't think Drew Lock is the answer.
No, they gave him all the pieces he needs. If Drew Lock plays well, they will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, they have in their division is the Chiefs and
just the Chiefs.
Just the
who else?
Chiefs.
Who's the other team? I forget.
Just the Chiefs.
Raiders and Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to be better than the Broncos.
Oh, okay. That's a hot take right there. I disagree. Strongly disagree, but number 7, Tennessee Titans. 2019 record, 9-7. So this might be a little bit low for the Titans, but they overall are a good team. 9-7 doesn't show how good they are because of obviously they're switched to Tannehill halfway through the season. Might be the most well-rounded team, one of the best well-rounded teams. So that's why I said them. Could have moved them up maybe, but
it's not
at number 7 they stay.
They're not going to get – you're in the same predicament as the Packers here. You didn't get much better, but you didn't get much worse either. So and the Packers were better than the Titans last year.
Yeah, I don't see the Titans making a big run like they did last year. I think that was just like some luck on their side. Yes, they have Henry, but they don't have –
I don't think Tannehill big bucks too. You won't be able to afford anything else in the coming years.
I think that after this year, it's all downhill for the Titans.
Yep. Number 6, San Francisco 49ers. 2019 record, 13-3. San Francisco was very good last year, but this is my opinion. We're going to see from Garoppolo what we saw from Goff following his Super Bowl run. I think Garoppolo's good, but
Garoppolo
he's nowhere
is not
near
good. He's just a product of the offensive system.
Yeah, he's a system QB.
Yeah, but
look at all these quarterbacks. Goff was not good before he went into the McVay offense. Garoppolo was not good before going into the Shanahan offense.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, because he had.
Yeah, that 2 games in New England. But I think that the 49ers
Tannehill was
too
not
low.
good before going into Vrabel's offense.
He was good in
Miami.
He was pretty good in Miami.
Not as important.
No, but not when you have.
You're wrong about that, George.
3 running backs.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to lean on the running game as much this year, and he's not good.
No, I think that the 49ers will be able to lean on the running game. You add Trent Williams.
Yes.
And then you replace Buckner with Javon Kinlaw, and you also give Garoppolo Brandon Ayuk. I think that the 49ers, maybe not a Super Bowl, maybe not going to the Super Bowl again, but definitely competing with the Seahawks in their division.
They're arguably the best defense in the league, and then you're adding it to a brand new offense who's going to stretch the defense and have a phenomenal run game once again.
Yeah, and I think Garoppolo will go up from last year. I think that he'll learn from his mistakes, missing that deep ball to Sanders in the Super Bowl. I think that Garoppolo's play will just elevate.
All right. Number 5, New Orleans Saints. 2019 record, 13-3. Just think about
No.
The
Saints are the best.
They have a solid team.
Yeah, I think they're a top 3
team in the league.
They're the most complete team in the league, and they have talent.
Top 3 team.
Thomas and Sanders. I think this is the right place for them. They have a great offense, but Sean Payton said they're not doing an off-season program. Right now, the team that will separate itself from the rest of the group will be the team that does the best in the off-season. And having no off-season virtual training is just a mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't add much rookies. I mean, still, they only had 4 picks.
4 draft picks.
But I think that the Saints, the only thing that will prevent them from making a conference championship is the refs. The only thing that will prevent them.
Right.
The Saints did add Malcolm Jenkins, which will help the defense.
Okay. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my.
2019 record 8-8. Hold on.
Terrible.
Let me explain myself. Before you guys say anything, let me explain myself. All right. I'm going to say their offense: Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Jerry Jeudy. Not Jerry Jeudy. CeeDee Lamb. All right. That is a solid offense. That is a very good offense. And this team will surprise in 2020, especially with their defense. You know, they lost some people. They lost Byron Jones, but they will have a really good offense in order to make up for their average defense.
You never know about teams like the Cowboys.
I don't think you can be in the top 5 when your quarterback is as average as Dak Prescott is.
They didn't get into last year. This draft was not a good draft. I'm just going to say that right now.
What?
Okay.
You get
No,
flash.
this draft was really good.
The last thing you need is a wide receiver. You've Michael
That's not
Gallup and
true.
Amari
No, that's
Cooper.
not true. They needed a
That's
wide
not
receiver.
true.
Wide receivers
They
are
needed
most
a wide
overrated
receiver.
pick in the draft. And their defense is not going to be good. Vander Esch took a step back last year, and their cornerback, they lost Byron Jones just this offseason, and their cornerbacks are not going to be doing a good job. Their D-line is questionable right now. I think their defense is one of the worst in the NFL right now, and their offense is just a bunch of flash. I think the offense is going to do some great things, but the defense is just going to be horrendous.
I mean, I
don't think Mike McCarthy
Sometimes
is the right
flashes.
No, I think they're going to win the
flashes can
division.
spark a fire, and I think this fire and the Dallas Cowboys will be the fire.
I think
will
that
burn down the NFC.
the Cowboys will definitely win their division, but I think maybe a first-round playoff exit.
All right. Number 3, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, so obviously they went 7-9, but their offense. This is the best offense we've seen for such a long time. Brady, Evans, Gronkowski, Godwin. Who's there? They don't have a
O.J. Howard.
running back. Who? Oh,
Ronald
Howard,
Jones.
right.
Yeah.
But this team will dominate, especially with a defense led by Barrett. This will be a really good team.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think the Buccaneers are a little too high right now. They have Tom Brady, 42-year-old quarterback, maybe for 2 years. But I actually think the signing of Brady is a little bit overrated.
You should never call Brady overrated.
I mean, that's a different debate. Who is better? Who made Patriots good, Brady or Belichick? But I think that the Buccaneers are definitely not a top 3 team.
Their number one passing offense last year with Jameis Winston, turnover machine. The only thing that's unproven about this team is its defense.
No, they have a
No,
solid
we haven't
defense.
seen this offensive group together. They have the potential to be great, but they haven't proven anything yet.
Yeah, I agree with Noah. I think the offense is a big question for the Buccaneers right now.
All right, here we go. Top 2. Number 2, we have the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my God.
28 times. That's a grown of people know what's coming up next. 2019 record, 12-4. You know, this is a really good team. Patrick Mahomes is a legendary quarterback that will continue to prove himself in the next couple of years. They have they have a pretty good defense. Not a great defense by any means, but a pretty good defense. A lot of speed on offense. And, you know, you can't be out of the top 5 when you have Mahomes at the head of your offense.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
Best quarterback in the league.
Obviously. They won the Super Bowl.
They don't lose any key pieces, and they add more depth to their secondary, which is the only problem I see on their defense.
Ethan, this was the best team in the league last year, and you can't tell me anything to make me think that they won't still be the best team.
Okay. This number 1 in the league in the first edition of the Ethan Lamler Power Rankings are the Baltimore Ravens. 2019 record, 14-2. Let me just explain myself.
They don't have a quarterback besides RG3.
Okay. Let me just explain myself.
No,
they have MVP Lamar Jackson. Okay. In the backfield, they have 4 solid running backs in Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, and JT Barrett.
Gus
Not
Edwards.
JT Barrett, sorry.
One of those is a solid
5.
running
They're
back.
5. Lamar
5.
Jackson.
Okay, whatever. But when you have MVP, Lamar Jackson is the most dynamic
Who's he
player in
gonna
the
throw
NFL
to?
right now.
Who's he going to throw to?
You
Hollywood.
can't
gonna
tell
throw
me
to-
the
he
Ravens
is
are going to be
Howard- he
good
is Brown-
with
Here,
Hollywood
George,
Brown as your
George.
number 1 receiver. Hollywood
George.
Brown. I want him
George,
as my
please.
number 2, number 3 receiver, not my
George,
number
please.
1.
So, as for their wide receivers, they have Hollywood Brown, they have
Willie
Prochet,
Snead. Wow. Willie
they have
Snead.
Snead,
Wow.
they have
Willie
Boykin,
Snead.
and they have Duvernay. Okay, these are all solid.
I've
You know,
never heard of 3
They
of those
may
people
not
in
be
my
a
life.
wide receiver 1, but you don't really need a wide receiver 1 when you have Lamar Jackson at the head of your.
But you need more than Hollywood Brown and Willie Snead.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yes, you
Those are
do.
solid wide receivers that will catch the ball, especially with Duvernay and Prochet.
I haven't heard of
probably
either of those people.
Approach. 2 of the 2 best catching wide receivers in the NCAA last
Just like
year.
you said, rookies are unproven. You never know, especially shoring
understand.
up the middle of your defense. First-round pick Patrick Queen. I admit he's going to be great in the future, but right now we never know. He needs to get bigger in the offseason and get his tackles on point. He's going to be a good coverage guy, but right now I don't see what you have to stop the run.
Ethan,
Okay.
when
Let
the
me just-
Ravens,
They don't.
when the Ravens play good defenses like that will be able to stop the run, and the Ravens are down by a bunch, the only option is to throw the ball. They're losing all those games. They don't have
Rishi,
enough
that's what people
weapons in
said
the
last
pass
year.
game.
That's what people
Yeah,
said
and look
last
what
year. You
happened
know
in
what
the
Lamar
Ravens-
look what
Jackson
happened
did?
last
Look what
year.
happened.
He threw the most touchdown passes in the league last year. That's what he did. Okay.
You let Derrick Henry run all over you last year, and you do
That's
nothing
the-
to better protect the run this year. Patrick Queen
Yes,
is
you
not
do.
a
Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell and Patrick Queen. Those are 2 guys to
Patrick Queen is not a run stopper. He's a coverage linebacker.
The guy from OSU. I can't remember his name right now, but he's a guy. He's the
Malik
run stopper right
Harrison?
now. Yeah, Malik Harrison. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he has
expect what, a 3rd-round pick to
he has
do
a
all
D
your?
grade. He had a D grade on him.
But
I understand your D line may be somewhat decent with Madubuike, who I think is good, and Calais Campbell. Except
And
after that,
Mike-
you have
and Brandon
nothing.
Williams.
You're like the Packers. The 49ers are going to run all over you if you play them.
no,
All
they're
right,
not.
let me say this: the Ravens are definitely not the top team that should be in the power rankings. The top team that should be in the power rankings are the San Francisco 49ers.
That's not
You're
true.
not what?
You're not
Yes.
gonna make him change.
Where's that coming from?
Ethan.
I love the
49ers
49ers
number
team.
1?
One of the top 3 defense in the league, and they have
No.
top 5 rushing attack in the league. Even though Jimmy G is a little unproven, I think he can make those throws this year.
All right, please, somebody tell me a Ravens weakness, and I will tell them how that's not true.
Ethan,
Passing
Give me a
attack.
weakness.
you put them ahead of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. If it's the 4th
Yes.
quarter of a game, you're down by 7.
Yep. Mhm.
You have Lamar Jackson at quarterback. You can't tell me he's going to lead you down the field and tie the game. If you have Patrick
I can.
Mahomes,
I can
will
tell
lead
you
you
Yeah,
down the
he
field.
because
was.
he did against the 49ers, against the Steelers, against the Browns in the second half of their second game.
the Browns.
I can tell you
Who
that.
is in the Ravens secondary right now? It's just a bunch
Dude,
of
what are you
old
talking
veterans
about?
who are
They have the
only
best
going to take a
secondary in the
step back.
league.
No.
All right, you guys want to hear the secondary? Okay. Humphrey, All-Pro. Peters, All-Pro. Earl Thomas, Pro Bowler. and Chuck Clark.
old. All they're going to do is take a step back. They're not going to get better at this age.
Why do they no? What do you mean their age? Humphreys are on his rookie contract. Peters is on his rookie contract.
Peters is
Earl
over.
Thomas is old.
The
Earl
problem
Thomas
isn't
is
with their
old.
defense. The problem is with the Ravens' passing attack. Lamar Jackson is not going to be able
That's
to make
what
those
they
throws.
said last year. That's what they said last year. And
Yeah,
what
and
did
look
Lamar
what
Jackson
happened
do?
last
He
year.
The
threw
reason
the
Lamar
most
Jackson
touchdowns
won
in the
cannot have
NFL.
Marquise Brown as your number 1.
Why not? Why not? He's a
He's
fast
not
guy.
good enough. He's not good
Yes,
enough.
he is.
How?
No, he's
How
He
not.
is good enough.
What spectacular catches he made last year. What are his stats?
He got injured last year, all right? I'm not going to say
Ethan,
he's
there's
not
some
He's unproven.
Ethan. When
An unproven
some
guy
s-
can be your number one.
why not?
Ethan,
Why
if-
can't he be their number one?
Because
I would
he's
take Pat
unproven.
Mahomes and
Especially
Tyreek
when-
Hill over
especially
Lamar
when you have
Jackson
the
and
best running-
Julian Edelman.
Especially when you have the best running game in the league.
No. If you don't count Lamar Jackson as a running back, the 49ers have a better running game. If you count Lamar Jackson as running back, yes, the Ravens have a better
Rishi,
rushing.
running
have the
backs
best
aren't
rushing
just a
attack.
running game. Rishi, how can you say that when the Ravens literally broke the
49ers
most rushing yards ever in a
Because
single
they have
season
5
last
running backs
year?
on their roster.
How many yards did
Okay.
Lamar rush for? 1,000 plus. Without that, who do you have?
1,000 plus. Okay.
Exactly. Who
This
do you
is
have? Mark Ingram
really
and
great
J.K.
discussion,
Dobbins.
but okay. This is a really good discussion we're having right now, but sadly, we have gone way long this time. So we're going to have to end it here. A lot of good discussion, a lot of controversy regarding my picks in my power rankings, but I'm happy. That's going to happen when we have a bunch of conflicting opinions. So this has been great. This has been the episode 4 NFL Power Rankings. I'm Ethan, the Ethan Lemon Podcast Show. See you guys next time.